Hello, puzzle people. Welcome if it's your first time here. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is chapter 11 of my puzzle story. In today's video, I'll be talking about my decision to enter the 2025 World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships in Spain and the 24 hours of chaos that ensued immediately after. As we approach the event that will start officially on Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 in Spain, this video is kind of the launching point for a series that is only going to be focused on the World Championships. So make sure to click subscribe so you see all the updates over the next few weeks and while I'm in Spain as well. The commitment to travel to Spain for my first World Championships is not something that I did on a whim. The event is 9 months after registration opens, and planning something that far in advance is not something that I tend to do very often. I've had so many instances where I've made plans far in advance and things just don't work out. So it is something I'm hesitant to do, and this was no different. In the months leading up to Worlds, I had only recently started practicing with a partner for a few months. My team for nationals in 2025 had just formed. We had practiced, I think, once as a group. So I never actually competed on a big scale or at a big event with anyone in a pairs or teams event. If I was going to go to Spain, I'd want to participate in all the events possible. But this is all happening before Canadian Nationals 2025, which if you go back and watch the stories about that, that's where I started really talking to more people in the Canadian puzzle community. So signing up for the World Championships in late 2020, New Year's Eve 2024, it was a tough decision because I wasn't confident that I would be able to form partnerships and form a team that I would be happy with. So with registration opening in my time zone, New Year's Eve on 2024, I had to make the decision, do I go this year or do I wait for a better time? And I think all of us coming out of the COVID years and everything else that happens on a day-to-day basis, there isn't really a better time. So every time can be the right time to go. So I decide, this will be the year that I go to the World Championships. Now you can sign up for the event at any time after registration opens. It doesn't need to be immediately. With the Canadian events, our nationals and our virtual events, you do need to sign up almost immediately because they sell out so quickly. There's a lot more spots for the World Championships. Now, they still could fill up. Who knows how fast it's going to be or how slow. But you can sign up, like I said, you can sign up at any point, and you don't have to pay straight away either. There is time, so there isn't an immediate rush, but earlier is usually better. The reason you want to go earlier for this is there is going to be a big rush of better, higher-end competitors that are going to sign up early. The ones that are definitely going to go, the ones that are going to be there to compete mainly, have fun, of course, as well. But the people that are there more just to have fun and enjoy it, they're not going to be in as big of a rush. And people will start pairing up and teaming up very quickly. And if you miss out on that, your options become much more limited, especially if you want to participate with somebody from your particular country, because there are benefits to that in terms of positioning and such when you get over to the championships. So there is a big rush at the beginning. Like I said, you can wait, but there's risks involved with that. Like I said, I don't know who's going to be my partner. I don't know who's going to be on my team, but I do need to register just to get that done and out of the way. One of the benefits of the World's website is that you can see everyone else that is registered in real time. So you can click on the country that you're from, and you can see who from, in my case, Canada, is also signed up for for Worlds. So it makes it easier to reach out to these different people. Registration opens New Year's Eve. I'm watching Team Canada absolutely blow it in the World Juniors. So not in a great mood, but hopefully things turn around for them. It didn't. They lost. And we now start the rush. Like I said, I don't know who my partner or team is going to be. But you take a leap of faith sometimes, and you know what? I tend to believe that things always work out. And if things don't work out, because who knows, there's still plenty of time to back out of this as well. So not locked into anything. I'm not booking my flights and my hotel the same day. So lots of time. If I don't get a partner or a team that I'm confident in, or I think I'm going to enjoy spending time with and competing with, I just don't go. So there's no huge risk at this point. Soon after registering, Alison Elgersma, who is on my team for Nationals, reaches out to me and agrees to be on my team for Worlds. Great. Off to a good start. A few other people reach out to me over the next 24 hours. I've not reached out to anybody. I don't know why. I just kind of figured something, like I said, something would work out. But a few people reach out to me over the next 24 hours. That's, like I said, that is also why it's good to sign up early. There's a big rush of people all messaging each other, hoping to get something locked down. Then a duo contacted me, Sandy and Chantel. I was familiar with both of them. Sandy because she had been on a team with someone else I knew in the puzzle world. And Chantel, she was actually puzzling right beside me in the 2023 Canadian Nationals Finals. I cover that story in Chapter 2 on this channel, so go watch that. Alison and I were comfortable teaming up with Sandy and Chantel. Their times at Nationals were good, and they're good teammates as well. Yeah, we've seen the results from the team round, so we're feeling pretty confident with that. So great, team is ready to go. We just need to come up with a name now, but that wouldn't happen for months. Now it's all about finding a partner. I don't know people in the puzzle worlds. I don't know, I find it awkward to reach out to people I don't know. Hopefully someone contacts me. I know that's putting a lot of reliance on other people to do stuff, but in this case, I felt more comfortable with that, and I can make a decision. If I had multiple options, great. If I had one option, whatever. But we'll see what happens. Alison, who is on my team, obviously going to Worlds, she already has a partner, so that's not an option. And my Nationals partner that I am practicing with, she's not going to Worlds, so that's not an option. Two of my teammates from Nationals, Amanda and Riley, they're not going to Worlds. Those aren't options. And that's really all I know in the Canadian puzzle world. So I'm out of immediate options. Hopefully somebody contacts me. All of this is happening around the morning and midday of January 1st. It feels like this is happening over the course of days or a week, but it's not. This registration's only been open for just over 12 hours at this point. And it's, looking back at it now, a lot happened in a very short period of time. Which makes sense because we're all speed puzzlers. We put puzzles together as fast as possible. This is just a different type of puzzle, and trying to get it done as fast as possible. While I'm waiting for a random person to hopefully message me to be their partner for Worlds, I decide to pay for my spots because I now have a team and I'm obviously going to compete as an individual. Something will happen with pairs, hopefully, but I feel more confident now that, again, things will work out. So I'm going to attempt to try to pay for my registrations. However, Canadian banks and sending money internationally is a nightmare. And my bank in particular makes it very confusing on what information you need or don't need to send through. So it sounds not ideal. However, if I don't struggle with my bank account and sending the money, I can almost guarantee that I don't have a partner or I don't have the same partner I do now for Worlds. So, silver linings? I can just not figure out how to send this money through. And I'm not the only one. There's a bunch of other Canadians also posting on a Facebook message board, also mentioning that this is not simple and how do we go about doing this? What information do we need? People are giving different responses. Everything's very confusing. But someone who I've mentioned on this channel before, Devin Donaldson, she's been to 2 Worlds already. She knows how the payment system works. She's good with it, and she very graciously offers to send money for everybody. If she just has her information, she can do all the payments in one lump sum, and we just send the money to Devin. So much easier to deal with. So thankfully, we have someone that knows what they're doing. So absolutely, if someone is offering to take care of that admin step and deal with the banks, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. So I let Devin know on the Facebook message board that I'm interested, and then she was going to reach out to us to get some more information. All of this is being done through Facebook, which is not my ideal social media platform to do all of this stuff with, but because of message boards and groups and stuff, that is a benefit with it. So Facebook Messenger is an easy way to kind of reach out and contact people as well. The downside to Facebook Messenger is that it doesn't give you notifications if you get a message from somebody who you're not a contact with. You have to go and physically check the message requests, which I rarely do. But because I know Devin is reaching out to people, I can check those message request section, which I do, and I see a message there from her asking for some information. There's no other requests at the time, just one from her. Great. And then I close the message request section and completely forget about it. I send the information Devin needs to her, which is fine. But remember, if I don't struggle with the banking system, Devin doesn't reach out. And this is actually the first time that Devin and I interact with each other, not in a Facebook group setting, but more on a one-to-one messaging platform. In our initial messaging, Devin mentions to me that Tess McLaughlin is potentially looking for a Worlds partner. Devin recommended that maybe we would be a good partnership, and that Tess might be reaching out to me. So great, I'm going to wait for Tess's message, forgetting that we are not connected on Facebook, and it will go to a message request. Something that I forgot to check. It wasn't until about 8 hours later, Allison messaged me also saying partnering up with Tess would be a good idea. I hadn't received a message from Tess yet, and now that 2 people had both mentioned it, you know what? I'll just reach out to Tess myself and see if she might be interested, and we'll see what happens. So I find Tess on Facebook and I click message on it, and guess what? 8 hours earlier, Tess had already sent me a message. It was sitting there in a message request that I did not check. And 8 hours on a day where everyone is trying to find a partner and get this done as quickly as possible, 8 hours is a lifetime. So there was no guarantee that this potential partnership was even on the table. But thankfully, Tess had not moved on to somebody else yet. We briefly talk and decide, yeah, we'll partner up for Worlds. So that is locked in. So special thank you to Tess for waiting that 8 hours. Definitely didn't have to, but did. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you to my bank for making it so complicated to send money internationally. And of course, thank you to Devin and Allison as well. Because again, I wouldn't have checked those message requests at all. And I may be sitting here with 3 weeks to go before Worlds, unknown on who my partner is going to be. So by about 8:30 p.m. on January 1st of 2025, About 24 hours after registration opens, I have signed up to participate as an individual at the World Championships for the first time, as well as partnered up with one of Canada's fastest speed puzzlers for the pairs event. Awesome. And have formed a really good team as well that I think can compete pretty strongly at Worlds too. So yeah, everything does work out. And that is it for this chapter, a shorter one to introduce a multi-part series, all focused on the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships 2025 in Spain that are happening in just 3 weeks from the time that this video is being posted. And yeah, very excited. Over the next few weeks, I'll be focusing pretty much solely on posting content about the World Championships. So make sure to click the subscribe button so you can follow along. I'll be doing preview videos. I will be posting stuff directly from Spain while I'm there, and some recap videos once I return. So if you're interested in the World Championships, from my perspective, yeah, click subscribe and stay updated with everything that I release. As always, Speed Puzzling 101 tips and tricks videos are posted each week, where I give lessons that are 10 minutes or less on ways to improve your speed puzzling or get into speed puzzling or learn new tricks when it comes to speed puzzling. And yesterday, episode 3 of Puzzles Chatty was released, where I sat down with possibly Canada's best speed puzzler at the moment, Katie Delude, who will also be attending the World Championships in a few weeks. And yeah, so check out that video too. That is it, and until next time, as always, happy puzzling. Bye.